Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. Well, we're at war, and for once, we seem to be at war with just one dang person, France. Now, they have a significant advantage over us in terms of overall ship tonnage, although we did chop away at quite a lot of that in the last episode. We killed two of their battle cruisers, so we cut their battle cruisers in half, and they were over 1 million tons, and they are now below 1 million tons. We also wiped out four of their destroyers, which, considering they still have 86, isn't that big of a deal, but it's a start. And funny enough, their destroyers probably are not all that impressive when you consider the fact that we have 45 destroyers, they have 86. We have about half of what they have, but we have more tonnage. So they're probably running, as a matter of fact, we can just have a little look-see here. 1,300 ton destroyers, 1,500 ton destroyers, 11, 14, 15. Yeah, they're all fairly small. I mean, that's not to say they're not a threat. They can't land some torpedoes on some targets, as we saw in the last battle where I lost one of my brand new Minervas. But, yeah, just a few hits here and there will definitely cripple and destroy a destroyer of that size. Meanwhile, we have these Euros, and you can see that our actually we still have a few extra trade protect. We still have a few of these Pelicanos that we can put on trade protection first. We were getting close to being even on trade protection, which I did not want. So we're just gonna kick it off here today. I only have one video in reserve right now, which is tomorrow's video. So I figured I'd record one, put me 3 days out, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I might record another one right after this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if France annoys me too much or not. And we are blockaded, which isn't great. But we're really only going to suffer under the blockade for maybe another 4 months or so. We'll probably have a fight in between now and then anyway, which might help us out a lot. But in 4 months, we'll have the battleships coming back online. We'll have the first of the battle cruisers coming back online. And although they're not going to go directly into service because we need to get them worked up, we will have carriers online. So that should even things up. Anyhow, without further ado, let's go. Oh, the enemy's invading Sardinia. That means battleships. It's going to be a big one. See, it's taking a while to load up. Probably carriers. Come on. There it is. Okay, well. All right. So we've got the Condors, which are our newest carriers. So we have the Condors. Oh, and we have all three of the Falcons. So provided it's not weird like nighttime with a bunch of rain or anything, we should be able to get like a nice little carrier engagement going here. And we're also getting three of our battleships in play. That's all three of probably everything except the. Actually, it's including the Impero. So what are we missing? So the two Regina Linas and the minus the Andrea Doria. Okay, well, let's go. Let's go. Attack ships in general. Okay, it is nighttime. It's 4 a.m., which means it'll be dawn in fairly short order. So if they're going, oh, we got our ships in two different fleets here. So this is the carrier fleet, and this is the battle fleet. Curious to see where they're at. So we're going to set our scouting based off of the group back here, because that way when we scout, oops, wrong button. When we scout, it'll go like this, and it'll include everything in between the two fleets as I click on nothing. So we can chop the distance down a little bit here. I do want this nice wide arc. We probably don't need to go left quite as much, so we can, there we go. We're going to go with a heavy cap, two-phase search, a night search, and we're going to launch it. Meanwhile, we just want to get control of the fleet, which we have. We have control of the fleet, so that probably means the enemy is fairly close. So we're going to go AI control there. We're going to go, there's the cruisers, so we're going to put those on AI control. AI control, we have a lot of destroyers, which is good. We're going to go to line ahead, full speed, angle a little bit just in case there's more destroyers stacked up underneath it. We're going to go full speed on the battleships. We're going to, these are Euros. I saw Euro in there. So these are some of the older destroyers. You can see that we have a lot of destroyers that are stacked up underneath each other here. So we need to unstack them a little bit. There's going to be a lot of destroyers to micromanage. But if I'm lucky, I'll just be able to launch a bunch of torps and either send them home or put them on AI control. One or the other. Okay. Should be good. And then we got these. This should be destroyer group 6. So we're going to put it on AI control. It's core to 5. And we're already going into the wind here. So we're just going to angle a little bit away from shore. Sure. All right. We'll go a couple minutes ahead here. There we go. Get some separation on our. There we go. AI control. AI control. And that should give me like 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be about 4 groups of destroyers to work with, plus my battleships as far as micro. And we'll also want to auto select a strike and get them ready. We'll go to Carrier Division 6, we'll auto select a strike and get them ready. And we should have some scouts launching here eventually. We'll have a lot of recon coming in from Cagliari, but we'll also have airstrikes coming in from up north and down south, so we got to be a little bit careful here. That's why I did a heavy cap over the carriers. Didn't do max, but I did heavy. It is still nighttime, so let's go 5 minutes at a time. Sea state limits speed. Don't know how I feel about that. Let's see here. AI control. We are just, here comes some daylight. There we go. Oops. So we are going to spread out the destroyers a little bit, just trying to find the enemy wherever they may be. We do see we have a lot of scouts out this way already. Unknown radar contact, so the enemy is close. All right, there we go. Let's start moving the battleships north. So we'll get like a nice broadside line here. Let's move we're gonna keep our destroyers moving east here. And these destroyers will go straight east to try to intercept But that bottom set of destroyers, those are my part of my pincers. So now we go north since we lost contact. There we go. They're moving quick. Those look like screens, although that's a big ship right there. Could be about anything, really. It's French, so... Now, is it possible? So, select ready. Can we target unknown? We cannot. We have to have actually confirmed contacts to attack. Otherwise, I could target like a spot to for my aircraft. All right, this looks like a good enough spot to start launching some torps. That's probably the better of the choice there. Okay. Again, we're looking to expend some of our torpedoes early on. Hope for some like some lucky hits here, and then we can just rotate the destroyers back into line. It's not. We don't want to go up with it. We want to go. There we go. Kind of like that, right into the middle of them if we can. Nope, don't want to go up. There we go. We want to lead into the path. And again, we're selecting different targets here to get a better spread of torpedoes. All right, and these destroyers should reload. Now, the question is, does the enemy have carriers? And can we spot the carriers? Um, yeah, we'll launch a strike. So we'll select ready from carrier group 5, and we will make a pretty target of battleships. We'll do a coordinated strike and launch. And we'll save carrier group 6. Our 3 Falcons, we'll save those for a potential follow-up or hopefully carrier strike. We have a lot of scouts. I bet we need to scout further north or up here. We're going to go for maximum cap. And we're doing a big old wave of scouting this time. And I'll take a better look at these torpedoes in just a minute that I've launched. But it's looking pretty good, so let's get these destroyers out of here. They should reload. They should have torpedo reloads. All right, we're taking some near misses now. Wishes, do we have a solution? We do have solutions in some of these ships. There we go. So we are taking some near misses, so it's time to maneuver a little bit. And once dawn is actually here, that might help the air scouting a little bit. All right, we're scoring some 15-inch hits with the Julius Caesar, which is a little bit surprising. I think our 15-inch guns are quality, have like the dispersion problem. We know the 16-inch guns do. I wonder if that ever like fixes itself. I don't know. It's not something I usually encounter. Oh, stop that. Okay. Cool. We have to be scoring some torpedo hits here. This is outrageous. It's just we want to get the destroyers that have the Balino or whatever it is in there. There we go. So we're gonna grab that one, go into line ahead, squad max, and start maneuvering a little bit here. So that is it's battleships, allegedly. We got one more set of torpedoes on this group, but oh, hang on. Contacts, carriers, carrier contacts. There we go. All right. Carrier group 6. Select ready. We'll go for the 2 carriers. Primary target, CVs, launch strike, and go. And since we know about that, or we think we know about it, let's turn these destroyers around and we'll start heading that way. Because we have enough support here to be good for a while. In fact, let's grab just one cruiser? Just one cruiser. Surely we have... There's a cruiser group. All right, we're going to grab these Minervas. Turn off the torpedoes. Whoops. Put them on line ahead. I'm going to send them southeast. We're scoring some battleship hits on the Paris class and the Messina class. I am really shocked that we only scored like one torpedo hit out of that whole lot. I bet these are transports back here. In fact, yeah, we're going to send that one. And this destroyer group's going east. Hell, my... Okay, carriers are still looking all right back there. All right, let's get our battleships. Oh, why is he... Put him back on core. Shouldn't be doing his own thing there. Have they reloaded? Not yet. Those are the Euros. Those are Euros, so they should have reloads. Oh wow, he's all right, yeah, so this cruiser group is actually dragging a bunch of destroyers with them. So we're actually going to 3rd Battle Division. So we'll send some of the destroyers back here into the main fleet for the important stuff. Yeah, these look like transports right here with how slow they're moving. So maybe if I can get close. Yep, there's battle cruisers. And funny enough, the enemy's like retreating back a little bit here. Where's my first airstrike? This must be the first airstrike here. Oh yeah, that's a nice brutal looking airstrike on the way. All right, transports. We only have one set of torpedoes. We do. So we will... So many targets. We will launch at the transports. Because if you stop the transports, even if you lose the whole battle somehow, you stop the invasion. I'd rather not be fighting over Sardinia immediately. These destroyers are looking a little bit rough, so we're going to send them east. Maybe send the battleships southeast. It's like the enemy's dividing itself up. Yeah, we'll detach. Okay. Gotta watch these destroyers here. They're getting a little bit too close to the enemy. And this little destroyer here has taken enough damage that it is now slowed down to 22 knots. It's not going to be too useful, so we're going to send it home to Trapani. Trapani? Hey, there we go. Right here. Oh, that was the salvo we launched at the transports. Very nice. And these destroyers here are kind of at risk. There we go. So let's pull them back a little bit, and we're kind of going nose into the enemy destroyers here with our battleships. So we're going to turn away. And oh, that's the funny enough, that's the destroyer that peeled off there. So it has possibly detected an enemy submarine. There we go. Our cruisers took one of our cruisers took a rudder hit there, so it was just doing donuts for a while. But hopefully it'll keep moving east because that's where we want to be. So there's our first airstrike on the way here. We should be here in a half hour or so, maybe. And we'll keep moving the yeah, we'll keep moving the carriers east, get them closer so they can take on heavier loads when they launch. Okay. Probably time to maneuver with the battleships. You can see we're having a lot of mechanical issues with our airplanes. That's that poor reliability coming back at us. So, dive bombers from Condor, dive bombing enemy ships. Launching missiles. Okay. I don't think these early missiles are going to do a whole lot against battleships, but it's nice to be hitting them. We are scoring bomb hits as well, reportedly. This would be a nice envelopment if this was our main target, but our main target right now is over here. We want to get rid of those carriers. Here's the strike group from the Condors, I think. Or the Falcons, I mean. Sorry, the Falcons. Apparently all of our carriers are bird names. So the next class will be the Parakeet. So we've got enemy aircraft here as well. Nice. Hit the Charles Martel. That's right here with a torpedo. Must be torpedo bombers. And these ships over here are still, this one here is heading to port, but we're still rushing to try to catch up to the carriers and their escorts. Although if they have like a decent escort, my little destroyers aren't going to be able to do a whole lot. There's a lot going on now. All right. We have battleships heading right for us, so we're going to launch right into the face of them. And we're going to do it again because even if these battleships turn left or right or whatever, the path of the torpedoes is directly into this big mass, which is exactly what we're looking for. And we'll fire like that. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's a nice one. And we're just dumping these torpedoes. All right. We're going to wait a couple of minutes, a couple of ticks here, and we'll do it all again with what we got left on there. We got one more set of torpedoes. That's not the torpedoes we just launched. Those are airstrikes. All right, one more tick. And now we're starting to take damage on our destroyers here too, so we have to keep that in mind. That's not a bad track on the like sort of the right side of the formation there. Oh, stop that. That's a good one. And that's a good one. So these three have launched. We're going to start moving them away a little bit so they can reload. Okay. Let's check our air groups. Let's auto select a strike. Let's see, there's not many left in there. There's three, that'd be 10 aircraft in total. Not enough really. So we're going to go to the Falcons, auto select a strike. That's a nice amount there. That's a really nice amount. So we're going to ready them up. We still need to keep zooming out now and then to make sure that, we're on the right track here. We can hopefully catch up to those contacts. Oh, we just lost a captain. One of our destroyers took a bomb hit back here. Well, it's better than losing an admiral, I guess. Like one of our battleship commanders. All right, well. Nice. We're not scoring multiple torpedo hits on the same target as far as I can tell, but we're spreading it out a bit, which is pretty good. Now we can launch at these battleships that are turning into us. There we go. Now we're unlikely to hit these particular battleships, but the ones following up, we might get them. Hang on, can I just launch everything? Oh, wow, you can. You can launch them all. I didn't know that. I thought you could only do one at a time. Like this. See, it disappears. But if I come back and select the Euro again, oh, hang on, that's not right. It only goes high speed? That doesn't make any sense at all. The heck? That'll do. Okay. Wow, okay, I just discovered. I wonder if that's a bug or if it's intended. Well, look at that airstrike. Okay. So we're attacking the enemy torpedo bombers. And we are shooting down. Wow, look at that. Look at all this torpedo enemy fighter. That's F is fighter. TB. Shot down 1, 2, 3 torpedo bombers and a bunch of fighters. Look at that. That our cap is going hard. Good. Good, good, good. All right, let's get rid of a lot of these reports and save the ones we have over here. Just so we know we're going to the right place. This Messina might be in trouble here. Shooting down a lot of enemy fighters. Wow, their Messina went right through that. Okay. All right, well then, let's see if we can't hit them again. Or give them another try. Wow, that discovering I can, if I go back, I can launch multiple sets of torps with the same destroyer. That's really going to change how I do stuff from now on. All right, so we have expended all the torpedoes on that group. Now we grab control of this destroyer group. We're going to send them north, and this one here goes back on escort duty. Duty. All right. Whoops. That might be out here, that torpedo hit. Shooting down an escort, or like a, not shooting down, but hitting an escort with a torpedo, a screen. Oh boy, they are really going hard at this northern set of destroyers, aren't they? Well, let's grab these ones here. Squad max. They're approaching destroyer group 20. That's 21. That's 2. So not the ones that are chasing. So we're still hitting that Messina with various size caliber guns. Okay. Apparently we're attacking the screens. Okay, that's really good. All right, let's get these destroyers over here and see if we can't launch some torpedoes at this Paris and Messina. Yep. We have heavy cap up right now, so we should be pretty good unless they have like their entire carrier fleet out. Then we'll probably be in some trouble. Okay, so go back and reselect and launch again. And off we go. I mean, if we got reloads, we may as well use them, right? Oops. Let's turn a little bit here. Have we managed to... We're still getting a lot of contacts over here. So we'll delete these. I think this is probably the right report here. And we're still in pursuit. We're in hot pursuit. And I bet we've recovered... Well, it's hard to say. We're being swarmed by enemy aircraft here. Torpedo bombers and... I can't really tell. There's a set of blue ones in there. This might be fighters. Yeah, 13 fighters. The good news is, if any of our carriers take a hit, we should have time to get them right into Cagliari. Destroyers. Ah, some of you reloaded. Time to come back in. I saw we were scoring a lot of heavy AA hits. I think that was us, at least. Look at that wall of torpedoes. Come on. Come on. He's steering right into it. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, we'll detach. So who just got hit so bad that it had to fall back? Oh, this poor little guy here. Okay, let's retreat northwest if we can, please. And I think our battleships are still doing okay. How's this one here look? That's in the... Okay, so let's slow down to max speed. Let's go max speed -2 to give him a chance to catch up. That was a good torpedo spread. Oh, wow, that's such a good torpedo spread. All right. We're going to turn around and go south, give that destroyer group a chance to reload. Oh, that's our airbase group. Some Bs. I guess that's medium bombers. No, B is... I don't know what that is. Well, either way, it's nice that they're pitching in to help. It says there's light carriers there too. You know what? Let's go that way with this destroyer group. We're doing pretty good so far. I mean, we're taking hits, but you know, it's war. It's to be expected. Okay, they're out of torpedoes. Let's... How we doing? There we go. We got a full set of torpedoes there. And I bet we've recovered enough of our aircraft here in the first third carrier or fifth carrier group that we can auto select a strike. There we go. Ready them up. Auto select. Yeah, not much going on here. Oh, these are actually... a bunch of them are ready. So we're gonna select ready. Get rid of that one. All right, select ready. We're gonna go for 3 CVs. CVs are primary, coordinated, and launch the strike. Because we don't know what's going on up here. Like, we know that we think... well, we're pretty sure there's carriers. And they have aircraft attacking our merchants, which are probably who knows where. Over here, up against the coast, perhaps? That's batteries. Okay, well, no biggie. My poor little destroyer's just trying to get home. Squall, yeah, he's just trying to get home to Trapani. He's the first one we had to break off in the whole battle here. So that Corbair, the Paris, the St. Louis, the Messina, those are all hurting. So if we can wrap around here a little bit with our battleships, that would be pretty good and engage them. All right, well, we just... they're airstriking our transport merchants, which is really good during the heat of a battle like this, because that means they're not bombing our warships. Pretty sweet. Paris is taking some hits. Paris looks like it's about dead in the water, although the Julius Caesar is taking hits from the Corbair in return. So we scored 2 15-inch hits on that thing. I would really like to turn that destroyer group around to deal with this, but if there's potentially another carrier group up here, I want to catch them. And ammunition may become a consideration here. Destroyers are pretty close to our battleships, so let's change course now. And then these destroyers, full set of torpedoes. So let's start getting them in there for the attack. There's the Euro. The Euro's on AI control, and it's dead in the water. Oh no. It's no good. Still going northeast. The problem here is that with the sea state limiting speed, uh-oh, we took a torpedo hit on one of our carriers. With the sea state limiting speed, our destroyers are actually probably struggling to catch up to their carriers. That's the Bari, so that's probably back here. All right, let's have a look at our carriers. Here we go. So that's the Nibio. So we're going to turn off AI control on that thing. And I want to check out the damage. So it is flooding, but it's pretty close to Cagliari, so we're going to send it home. And we will slow it down. Well, actually, let's keep the speed up for now because they're not under air attack right now. So we will slow it down and send it to Cagliari. Yeah, we still haven't caught up. Still haven't caught up with their carriers because their carriers are probably moving about the same speed as our. Uh-oh, the Nibio's under attack. Probably moving at the same speed as our destroyers, their carriers. We got torpedoes. We have one set of torpedoes, not much, but could make a difference. Oh, we hit an enemy battleship with a missile. It says B, so a pre-dreadnought? I don't think so. That's probably I don't know, a heavy cruiser. Who knows what that could be, really? How's the Nibio doing? Oh, it's reattached itself to the carrier group. So we're going to detach it. We're going to turn off AI control. We're going to make for port, please. And we have a lot of reports here. So let's get rid of some of these to hopefully make more sense of things. If the sea state, it's a strong breeze. If the sea state could just calm down a little bit. All right, here's our destroyers. It's time, I think, to do a torpedo run. And as a matter of fact, let's turn all of our carriers around because we are getting too close. It's nice to be fairly close because you take off with bigger bomb loads. And of course, your sorties, get to the target faster. They get to your, uh, contact faster. But there's also the risk of being caught and shot to pieces. Well, I would like to catch up to this Corvair. Corbett? I don't know. Corbett? There's no R near, like before the T, so I guess it's not Corbett. We need to maneuver a little bit here. And we might be good for a torpedo volley. Really, we just need one torpedo to hit, and I think it'll probably do the job. So he's maneuvering. Looks like one of them took a rudder hit. No, don't you fire torpedoes on your own, please. Let's hold off. All this just to kill one lousy battleship? But one lousy battleship makes a big difference when the enemy has like 12 of them and you have like 3 in their fleet. Oh, we're catching up to unidentified ships. Very nice. This is promising. Okay. Let's see. Auto select a strike. Do we have enough? Nah, let's go to the next one. Then we'll come back and we'll select ready. That's fairly, yeah, that's actually a good, okay. So we're gonna go for the battleship contacts. We will select battleships as our priority and launch the strike. And that's probably the last strike we're gonna do in this battle. We need to get out of this before we start taking critical damage. Okay. We have allegedly hit the Corvair, which I think we have because it looks like it's pretty dead in the water. Let's use up the last of our torpedoes. And we will put this stuff on AI control so they go back to the battleships now, hopefully on their own. And these are all out of torpedoes. They are. The Piedmont has some torpedoes, so we're going to grab control of that. We're going to go over here and try to finish off this Messina if we can in the St. Louis. That looks like it might be a carrier or something here. If we can like if we can extract our capital ships from this situation and get them all into Cagliari and well, I guess just Cagliari, then we can just focus mainly on what we got over here in the east. It's turning out to be a big battle. We're already 50 minutes in. It's not over yet. Shooting down enemy dive bombers. All right, that should be the death knell of the old Corbett. Enemy fighter cap attacks our stuff. Okay, so they still have a cap up. Where is that happening? Over here somewhere, I think. Must be over here. Yeah, it has to be. So that's probably where the carriers are. And we're just trying to get our... Oh, he's not flooding anymore. The lovely little Nibbo back to port, please. No torpedoes left. Yep, we're losing some destroyers, as you do. Man, I wish we could get rid of this bad weather. I would love to have my destroyers catch up over here. And then we got some destroyers down here that I think we're just going to send down to Trapani, be done with them. All right. Yep. We're our crippled destroyers are taking torpedo hits, as you do. I'd like to catch this Messina before the battle ends, and then send the rest of our capitals home. That's like our new objective here in the west part of this battle. Something's happening. Oh, they're trying to torpedo bomb our destroyers that are going home. Well, that's fine. So let's get rid of all these extra reports here. We are running out of ammunition on our capitals. So I can see we've got lots of rocket hits, which probably are fighters. Rocket hits, there we go. Very cool. Hitting heavy cruisers. So we're attacking this other group down here. Good. And I feel like we hit enough of their transports at this point that the invasion threat is over with. All right. Torpedoes. Go. Of course, they're turning a little bit, but that looks okay. We just need like really one good torpedo hit. No, looks like it was a dud because it did hit. You can see the missing torpedo there, but it was a dud hit. That happens. It do happen. I wish it didn't be that way, but it do. Well, so much for that. Can the Euro move yet? Has it? Hey, it can get up to 14 knots, so we'll send it home. We're getting our carriers to port. That is the most important thing on the battlefield right now. You know, we are we're gonna end up trapping these ships, whatever's over here, up against Italy here eventually. So you were shooting down a lot of dive bombers, shot damaging dive bombers, dive bombers. Uh-oh. That's down. This is the one all the way down here that's been trying to get home the whole time. Can you? Oh no, it's almost completely flooded. No, just go just a little bit further. Ah, look at that. It was so close. It could see home. Oh well. Looks like we're recovering aircraft down here. So do we have enough for another strike? Not really. We're in disarray. Auto select. Yeah, we just don't have the aircraft left. We have probably a lot that have suffered mechanical failures due to being unreliable, and have also been damaged, just in general from attacking. We're going to grab control of this guy here and see if we can't torpedo the Messina with them. Because I'd really like to finish off the Messina so I can send my capitals home. Nice. Keep that up. Oh, you know what I didn't do? In my doctrines, I don't think I have like heavily stockpiled missiles. Maybe I need to do that. Well, then maybe you only have to do that with ship-to-ship missiles. All right, looks like they're dead in the water now. So I can start sending my capitals home, although here's all the transports and whatnot. Boy, I would really like to send one more airstrike at that group. The Beauvais, Bouvet, Bouvet. I don't know. French, man. I can't even talk English good. Select. You know what? We're ready up a strike. Auto select. Nothing. Not much left there for them. So it might just be the Condors. All right. We have one set of torpedoes left, so let's try to make them count. The Euro is sinking. It's not the original Euro. It's not the namesake Euro. The hero Euro. Euro hero. Cool. That should absolutely finish that ship off. And do we have anything like what is going on over here? One CVL and one destroyer. I'm going to start going north a little bit here with these ships and hopefully cut off anything that might get trapped up against the coast. And then the 6th Carrier Division, just not enough aircraft. All my fighters, I think, are on cap right now. So maybe, let's see, auto select a strike, that's 7. That's 13 torpedo bombers. You know what, that might actually be fine. Ready a strike. I would love to send a strike into this big old cluster of ships and just shoot something down if possible. Or not shoot something down, but blow something up. The Euro is taking a pounding. Select ready. That will do. So we want to pick the... There we go. Just go in there. Priority targets, any, and launch the strike. Select ready. Nothing's ready there yet. So we've lost quite a number of destroyers, I think. Transports. There's transports there. You know what? That actually might be a good target for my smaller air group. So select ready. We're going to go for the transports and any priority launch strike. We'll go 5 minutes at a time now. There goes the first airstrike. going northwest, and then I think this is the second one. So we're going to go back to Cagliari. We're going to send everything back to Cagliari. And we're still trying to catch whatever might be over here. I highly doubt we managed to sink any carriers this battle. I didn't see that many reported missile hits and torpedo hits and stuff. Okay. Hopefully that's a transport. And I'm just going 5 minutes at a time here. Gotta turn my carriers around. Looks like we're being followed. Destroyer. You're being followed by a little destroyer fella. What a heck of a battle. We're in over an hour. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but this is an important battle right here. Alright. Have we managed to pin anybody up against the coast here? Doesn't appear so. That would have been nice. But we'll keep an eye out over there. I'm no longer getting hit with airstrikes from carrier aircraft, which means we're just getting land-based stuff at this point over here. So we're shooting down fighters over here. And nothing over. Oh, hang on, we got something here. Don't know what it is. I guess that is like the one advantage of playing Italy is home isn't too far away in these battles. We got 2 ships sighted. I see AV. All right, carrier's still going southwest. Hopefully we can get them around the corner there. That would be nice. All right. We got some contacts here. Oh, carrier allegedly. Well, let's fire now before this guy takes a nasty hit and can't do anything. The Mistral class, and we got a high-speed torpedo launch. Excellent. Let's get everything we have. That should be my cruiser division there. Has been chasing this entire time. And this poor little guy just took a hit, so let's get him to Napoli. Hey, more missile hits. Okay. Come on, just get yourself around the corner if you can. Nice. We should have several sets of ships that can attack into this group here. All right. Fire. That's low speed. Hang on. Let's get a little bit closer. Oh, there we go. He's on fire. We can see him burning, so we know it actually hit. It's not a fake report. My guys going to get messed up doing this, but I will sacrifice this destroyer if I have to kill this carrier. You do that any day of the week, and there's more up here too. All right, got to check my main fleet down here real quick. We have rounded the bend. So, back up here. There we go. Well, one torpedo hit, and he took a missile. He's on fire. Let's, can we detach him? Not sufficiently damaged. He's got a little buddy here that's following along, so if we can get him over here to attack, that'd be Nash. We got 1, 2, allegedly 3 carriers trapped over here. It'd be beautiful if I could kill all 3 of those, but it's probably not too likely. I've just expended too much of my resources up to this point. Hit a mine? Will you hit a mine? What? Eh. Mistral class. 2-inch belt. Okay. Just trying to get everybody home now. Like, this is really important over here too, so I'd like to focus on it as much as I possibly can. That carrier, despite being on fire, is still hauling some booty. All right. Nice. We're gonna have four carriers. Wow. Okay. I'd like to get close enough for high-speed torpedo attacks on these, if possible, please. Even though it's risky. These things have 16 5-inch guns. They can put a hurting on me. Oh, yep, we just got hit in the torpedoes there. All right, out of arc. Oh, hang on, fire torpedoes. What, the one in the back? Out of arc. Okay. That is the problem with fighting in this weather, is we can't. Everyone's moving the same speed. We can't quite get out ahead of them. Okay. How are we looking back here? Everybody getting home? It looks like it. Perfect. Scoring some gun hits. Uh-oh. Mistral might be dead in the water. Fire torpedoes back here. Then we're gonna turn. Oh, they went below. They went under. We got them. We got one carrier. We still have enough torpedoes that we can do an intercept back here. These Minervas. They got 8 5-inch guns, dual purpose. So you should be able to do a nice little number on destroyers and maybe even carriers. Who knows? Haven't reloaded yet, but the Castor. There we go. Nice. We have another set for the next one. Nice. 2 torpedo hits. That's what we're looking for. And there's another carrier back here, allegedly. This is the kind of battle we needed to break the blockade. And it looks like one of the one that just took two torpedo hits is dead in the water already. Well, sunk. Okay. Something's on fire. The Spicia? Okay. Well, we will just send it around the corner there to Napoli. It's on fire, so do what we can to get it out of the battle. We're still struggling to catch up to this burning carrier here. Is it going to get away? It very well might. Although it's turning, it's evading. We got a set of medium bombers coming in for some level bombing. And now, oh boy, we're right on top of this thing. High-speed torpedoes go. And another set. Oh, we're all out of torpedoes on that one. I think yep, they just took a torpedo. Okay. Like they got hit in their torpedoes. Cool. All right, let's send that group back to Napoli. Where's my burning destroyer at? There it is. Looks like it's put itself out, but we're still sending it home. And now we're chasing this lone carrier, and once that is done, it is done. We're not gonna fool around anymore. Take the victory. Nice. We need our air bases to send airstrikes out here to help us out. Detach and independent. Looks like it has put the fire out at least. Don't know why this guy decided to turn, but bad idea for him. We've got a full set of torpedoes just waiting till we get a nice angle. We could probably do a low speed. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. There we go. And now we do a high speed. Okay, he's maneuvering very well. His escorts are just kind of helplessly watching at this point. There's not a whole lot they can do to save their carrier anymore. All right. Oh, we're out of torpedoes on these two. Okay, well, we hopefully have guns, right? I don't think we did. It looks like we're zeros. We might have HE ammo or something. Yeah, it looks like we're firing. We are firing at them, so we're scoring some gun hits. And we're too worried about these destroyers. We're just getting our stuff home because it's been an hour and 15 minutes now. And their carrier is now dead in the water. Just want to make sure to, when I do my coup de grace, and now everyone goes back into Napoli. Looks like that the castor is broken off to pick up survivors. These little destroyers are chasing. Okay, that's it. That is the battle. Hopefully, look at that, from dawn till dusk. Hopefully, we destroyed enough of their transport so they can't possibly even try to invade us anymore, because they still did have uh, all their battle cruisers. I saw at least one, but they probably had both of them in this battle. There it is. What do we have left? Everything there is going to port. Yes, indeed. And we'll just let the timer go. That's it. We're going to call this what, the coast between Sardinia and Italy's west coast. That's like Iron Bottom. All right, let's see how it went. I know we lost a lot of. I think we lost a lot of destroyers, but I don't think we lost any capitals. Here we go. Click. So we lost, without looking over at the other side yet. We took light damage to 2 battleships, medium damage to a battleship. We took some light and medium damage to carriers. We lost 5 destroyers, and we lost an auxiliary ship. We lost 70 of our aircraft. 54 of those were air-to-air, 8 were AA, 8 were operational. I knew we lost a lot of aircraft, but luckily most of them were fighters. And 15 were medium bombers, which is good because that's not our carrier craft we're losing. Then we lost 5 battleships. All 4 of their carriers, 9 destroyers. That is big. They lost 600. They lost 321. So we lost about 10% of our aircraft, like 70 out of 749. They lost 50%, 321 out of 649. They took 97 air-to-air losses, and they lost 21 to operational, 12 to AA, and they lost 191 on those carriers that sank. Nice. We sank, I guess, 3 of their transports as well, so they only had 3 left. So check out ship details. The Mistral. That's the that's one of their newer ones, 1938, 31,000 tons with, I don't know, how many aircraft does it carry? Doesn't say right here. Where does it say? Should say on here somewhere. Looking. 73. 73 aircraft. It's gone. It took a missile hit and no torpedo hits. Okay, so they just abandoned it. Fine. And then this one here, 1934, so these are a little bit older, but still hold 68 aircraft, and there's still 30,000 displacement. And it took 3 torpedo hits. The same one here, it took a bomb, a missile hit, and 5 torpedoes. And then this one here took 6 torpedoes. 57. This is one of their older ones, but that's okay. It's still out of the picture. And then they lost 1917. That is an old battleship. It's a dreadnought. Nice. No, actually, yeah, dreadnought. Of course, it's a dreadnought. 1917. So that's gone. Not a very new battleship. 1927. That's gone. Let's see here. 1933. That's a new one. fairly new within the past, what, 10 years? 10, 11 years? With 14-inch guns. It's gone. It's an all-forward armament with quad turrets. And then 1917, that's another old one. This is an obsolete one, 1924. So they lost a lot of older battleships, but they lost like all their carriers. All right, so we scored 761,000 ship score. Nice. We scored 45,911 victory points. They scored 2410. Enemy invasion has been inverted. You can say that again. The Battle of Fos? Huh? I don't know. Should break the blockade. 10 bomb hits. Well done. Nice. Nice. New light jet fighters. So what do we got here? Max speed is basically the same all around. Range is basically the same. So we're going to pick the one that has the best statistics, which will be this one right here, which it has a lower bomb, has a smaller bomb, but it's just tougher. We'll take the tough niche. Yeah, don't mind if we do. Here's a privately designed torpedo bomber. Our reliability is good, so let's see if the stats do improve. Like max speed goes up, the range goes up, the characteristics go up. It carries it's a torpedo bomber. So the heavy bomb is smaller, but it carries better torpedoes, so we'll go with the privately built one. Modern naval patrol craft, yeah, we'll design a new one. So we'll go for um no, just speed, I guess. Speed and reliability. That's all that really matters anymore with patrol craft. So 2 submarines lost, and that's really about it. Okay. That was a massive battle. We are at 57,000 victory points now. That is good. The blockade is broken. Let's check the almanac. They had like 900 and some thousand. They're 699,000. They have one carrier left in service, so that they still have light carriers. Excellent. Excellent. And we chopped their battleship fleet almost in half. I think they have a couple in repair now that don't show up on here. All right. That's an episode right there, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry it went so long, but sometimes you just got to stand on business, But appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you next time.